Conspiracy theories continue to emerge on the likely impact of the surrender, or rather the defeat of the M23 rebels in the Democratic Republic of Congo, following pressure from the intervention force of the United Nations. International relations expert Professor Mwambusia Ndebesa now speaks out on what this means for a region that has in the recent days seen its leaders split into blocs. Uganda and Rwanda are leading a coalition of the willing, widely believed to be friendly to the M23, while Tanzania and Burundi on the other side actively contributing to the UN intervention force. The big question probably stands on what impact this is likely to have on the East African integration process.
This may not please some of the regional leaders that Tanzania has taken that, and maybe credit is going even to Tanzania. So this may contribute even to the already ongoing bickering over East African community, especially between President Chikwete and President Kagame of Rwanda.
For the United Nations, it appears a huge victory that probably encourages the approach of engaging renegade forces directly, other than the laid-back peacekeeping mission of keeping peace that did not exist in the first place.
It is a shift in its policy, I think, that is yielding results as they would want them to be.
The security question comes in handy, whether this surrender ushers in a new era in the volatile Democratic Republic of Congo, where different countries continue to scramble for its rich mineral resources.
Most of the so-called negative forces in the Congo are going to be undermined. They may not be eliminated. Congo is a very big country, and the three southern intervention force may not be enough, but it may weaken those so-called negative forces in the region.
The development, experts also argue, reveals a hidden truth in regard to the earlier posture of the UPDF as the strong force in the region, as it exposes the hidden military might of Tanzania.
Now we are facing an established army, an army that even knows much about the Ugandan army, an army that even trained the UPDF and NRA. So I think this time around, Uganda has met an army that it has not met before.
Back at home, the safety granted to rebel leader Sultan Makenga, experts reason, could mark the beginning of a dark page of diplomatic clashes between the two countries that could see history repeat itself, as the two countries could restart supporting each other's enemies.
That has security implications for the two countries, because we could have a scenario where each of the two neighboring countries might start harboring each other's rebels.
However, the development appears not a total solution to the security mayhem in the Democratic Republic of Congo that still has scores of forces fighting the Kinshasa regime. Probably, the confrontational approach adopted by the UN could usher in a new dawn in the fight to pacify the Democratic Republic of Congo. Sabrit Joseph, WS Television.